What up, AOK Mafia? It's your boy Artofkickz, and just like that, we back with another one. Alright, y'all, so we got a video here today. Excuse me, I had to belch. Top 10 scary phone numbers you should never call. They better not get them numbers. They better not get the numbers in this video. I'm going to have this link down in the description box below so y'all can check it out in its entirety without any interruptions for yourself, but we're about to check this out. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Don't call these numbers. Let's go.
Hey, welcome back everyone. I'm Danny Burke. Now this is going to be a little bit of a creepy video. You know how in horror movies there's always like a creepy phone number that's cursed and you're not supposed to call it, otherwise something terrible will happen?
Yeah.
Well, sometimes that appears to happen in the real world too.
Was it The Ring or what? What movie was that? It was like the big movie that I don't remember.
People out there
comment down below.
I have some pretty scary stories about phone numbers that you shouldn't call. But hey, you guys should be the judges of that, I think. I'm just a messenger. This is the top 10 phone numbers you should never call. Coming at number 10, we have Sadako's number. In Japan, many people believe that the number 09044444444 is a sinister number that you should never call in any circumstances. In Japanese, the number 4 is shi, which sounds a lot like the word for death. So yeah, the number itself is pretty much just death, but it's said to get even
That's my favorite number. That's messed up.
worse if you call it. Apparently, you will hear a strange, creepy noise and then die within 1 week from a freak accident.
I'm not
It's
calling
basically
that.
like the phone version of The Ring. So
It was The Ring.
no, thank you. All right, we're just getting started now. We're at number 9, and we have the red numbers. Now, this one originates from Nigeria back in July 2004. Emails started spreading around the country at this time, warning people to not call or answer anything from these numbers. They would apparently appear on the phone in bright red when your phone rang. Now, if you did take the call, people said a high-frequency sound would blast out of the phone and cause hearing loss and even brain hemorrhaging, which killed people. At the time, the biggest Nigerian cell network in the country put out a statement saying the deaths weren't real, but some people out there still swear the numbers and the noise coming from them were 100% real. All right, moving on to number 8 now, guys. We
Interesting.
have 10 million. I'm saying that because it's easier than just saying 1 followed by 7 zeros. Anyway, there has been a legend spreading around Asia for a number of years now that if you call the number 10 million, a male voice will answer and instantly tell you that if you do not call 15 people and tell them to call this number, you will die very quickly. Apparently, that's how the knowledge of the number has spread so rapidly around the world.
Never knew about it.
Even in Western countries, I found stories online about people getting calls from this number. I don't really know what's going on. I would ask you guys to help me find out, but I don't want you to die. So, let's move on to our number 7 now, and we have Suzies dying. This one's really creepy. It's an old one that dates back to the 1970s in the UK. Now, back then, there were payphone boxes everywhere in the streets, and there was a strange number that could be called inside of them for free. When it was answered, a woman's voice would reply and say in a very monotonous tone, "Help me, help me, Susie's dying." She would say that over and over again on repeat. Now sometimes it would change to help me, Susie's drowning. Equally creepy. No thank you. A lot of people calling this number back then were kids who, now that they're adults, are struggling to remember the exact number, but I heard that 2020 was one that apparently worked. I don't know.
2020? Interesting. Last year twice, basically.
If it still does, maybe it died when phone boxes stopped being a thing, or maybe it's been waiting for years.
That's crazy that that was a thing back then when we had payphones and stuff. That you call this number and you get what? That's crazy. Like that popularity's kind of came about with odd numbers, you know, when we started having smartphones, or even before smartphones, when we had, I don't know, just cell phones in general. I don't know if there were really stories like that when it was just house phones, rotary phones.
To be called again. All right, at the number 6 spot now, we have Call Carrie. In 2013, the horror movie Carrie was released. At the end of the movie, a number appeared on the screen for people to call. 1-207-404-2604. It said, call Carrie. Carrie as in the scary girl from the movie. Now when you call it, it would hang up instantly, but then a different number would start calling you.
My mom catches me. Carrie, get up! No, Mama. Go to your closet and pray. No! Mama, no! Pray, little girl. Pray for forgiveness.
That's messed up.
Now I've heard different mixed reports about whether the number is actually still up today, but there are actually a few YouTube videos that you can go and watch right now of people calling the number themselves. So check it out, see what you think. For now,
I just got an alert on my phone, scared me right now. I'm like, oh snap, Carrie calling me.
we've reached number 5 and we have the 8 number, as you can see here. Now this technically isn't even a number you can even call anymore, but you're about to find out why. Back in 2001, this number was issued by the Bulgarian phone company Mobitel. The owner of that number was actually the company CEO. Now he died of cancer in 2001, aged 48. His death was thought to be suspicious as some believed a business rival had killed him using radioactive poisoning. The phone ended up with a Bulgarian mafia boss called Konstantin Dimitrov, who was gunned down in the street just 2 years later. Then the phone was also passed on to a corrupt businessman who was also shot to death in the street. After that, the legend of the cursed number and phone spread so quickly that the phone company has since taken it offline so that nobody can ever call it again.
That's insane. It's 08888888888. So how did they associate that with those people that died? It's like, I guess when they did the investigation of who the people were, they found out that they had those numbers. Excuse me. They found out that they had those phone number. Yo, like, oh, yo, so-and-so had that number too. And he was gunned down as well. Yo, there might be a correlation with this number. It might be evil.
And I still wouldn't even try if I were you. Coming at number 4 now, we have 12163331810. This one. And this one is really creepy. In 2007, at a Nine Inch Nails concert, someone found a USB in the bathroom. On the USB, there was a sound file that sounded a bit like crickets chirping, but when you run it through a spectrograph software, this appears, a phone number. When you call the number, an audio tape is played of a US wiretap on a phone call. The call's really weird. It features a woman calling her mum from the bathroom of a bar and screaming for help about some crazy guy with a knife. It's pretty terrifying.
That's crazy. Like, who picked up and found this USB drive in the bathroom of a Nine Inch Nails concert? And if it was me and I found a USB drive and then I put it into my computer, which I don't recommend anybody doing, it could be a virus on that thing. But let's say I did. Let's say I had a computer that I didn't care anything about because it was on its last leg. Put it on my computer. And I heard these cricket sound. I wouldn't have thought that maybe that was code for something. I would have just threw that dang on USB in the trash and would, nobody would have ever known about it.
Now, some people have said this was actually done by Nine Inch Nails, the band, as a promotion for their album at the time, but I've even seen people say that's just a cover-up. Either way, a scary number is a scary number. Next up at the number 3 spot now, we have 999-999-9999. In the UK, 999 is the number you use to call the police, but if you're in Thailand and you add 7 more 9s to the end of that, well, let's just say there's a bit of an urban legend about that number. Some people in Thailand believe that the number is cursed. It's said that if you call the number, you can contact an evil spirit that will grant you one wish. The catch is, the spirit will then want your soul. In Thailand, and now in other parts of the world, some people are already thinking, well, you know what? Even if this isn't true, I'm going to stay clear of that number. Moving on to number 2 now, we have the flip of that number. We have 666, 666, 6666. I have read many.
Of course somebody would do something with this number.
Many stories online about people calling or texting this number and getting some pretty evil stuff back, like the devil kind of evil, Some people said they got creepy calls in the night with static and heavy breathing in the background. Others said they got strange threats and warnings about stuff they were doing at that very moment. Some people said they didn't get a call back for a long time, but eventually they always did. Is that someone just messing around?
Yo, that's scary. That kind of, ooh. If there's videos of that online, I'll react to that. That'd be crazy. Heck nah, I'm never doing that. Calling 666 to 666 to 666. Nope.
The actual devil.
Not me.
I don't know. I don't want to find out. And finally now at number 1, we have Booth World Industries. This one's really cool and creepy at the same time. In recent years, a phone number from Illinois started circulating online. 630-296-7536. The owner is a company called Booth World Industries. When you call it, a woman called Samantha answers the phone and asks for a name to book for remodeling. Now, if you say your own name, they will somehow apparently know that it's you and they will ask for another name.
World Industries, my name is Samantha, and I will be your operator today. Name?
Once you give them that name, they hang up, and you are said to get a call back later from them where you can apparently hear the person whose name you gave screaming in the background for help. Apparently, that's what remodeling means. I literally don't even have time in this video to explain just how detailed and creepy the whole Booth World Industries number thing is, but I highly encourage you guys to check out some of the YouTube videos that we have of people calling the number. It's pretty creepy stuff. Well, guys, we've reached...
They got videos on that. I want to see. If I find them, we reacted to them. That's crazy. You got this phone number, and if you give the phone number a name, like maybe somebody that you don't like, then supposedly something's going to happen to that person, and they're going to record it or call you back and let you hear it. That'd be crazy. That's fake. That's cap. Anyway, y'all know what time it is. You like this reaction, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more. As always, the link to the original will be down in the description box below. If you haven't already, make sure you follow your boy on the gram and Twitter at Artofkickz. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one.